Okay, so she get out the shower, she come into the room, and I'm sitting there on the bed, and I'm like, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. 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 And I couldn't help myself, man. I couldn't help myself. I had to say something. So I was sitting there, and she came in and she looked at me like, what's wrong? I was just like, hey, why you got all those condoms in your drawer, man? Like your drawer fell open when you left out the room, and I saw all the condoms and all that stuff in your drawer. It's like, what is this? What is this stuff in your drawer, man? And she was just like, she went to the boyfriend thing again. Oh, my boyfriend, you know, when he would come over here, we would just had this stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, man, I can't, ooh. So at this time, I had started to like her a little bit more. So it was kind of like, man, I had to try to stuff that inside before I met her dad. So I'm right back to dorm room, all the condoms in the pillow. I'm right back to the party where she hugging on all the dudes. Now I got to add this other layer to the whole conversation, right? So fast forward in time, I meet her dad, everything goes smooth, boom, boom, boom. Fast forward in time, we where does this put us? We then got deeper into this situation where we in love now. We in love. So I'm like, okay, my brain, you already know that feeling when you in love. Your brain is at a whole nother, it's in another place, right? You kind of on edge a little bit. You don't, you know, you care a lot more. So cut two, we done mess around and start, you know, going down that engagement path, y'all. We going down that path like, yeah, I think we love each other enough. We probably gonna go ahead on and get married. Ooh, woo, man, that was probably the worst time of my life, man. So all this stuff get to spreading around the campus and stuff about how we just really like each other a whole lot and this and that, and we thinking about doing this and thinking about going to this level. And I get this phone call on the late night. I used to take late night walks around campus and just, you know, just thinking and clearing my mind. And I get this call when I'm over there, you know, I believe I was about to go to her dorm or I was already there. And then I get a phone call from my dude, the one that introduced me to her. He said, hey man, what you up to? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nothing. You know, I didn't really talk to him on the phone all like that. I'm like, hold up. I'm on edge. I'm like, what's good, man? What's going on? Man, you think we can meet up, man, so we can talk, man? I just gotta tell you something. We gotta talk to you about something. I'm like, hold up. What we gotta talk about, bruh? Come on, just meet with me, man. I'm on my way. And I'm walking too, because I couldn't have a car. I'm walking. I gotta get to him. I'm like, I gotta get to him. Like, hey, he met me outside of our dorm. So he meet me, he walk up and he got this look in his eyes. Everybody got that look in their eyes too when they on some BS. He looking at me like, man. I'm like, hey, what's good, man? Get to it. So yeah, man, when I introduced you to old girl, man, I ain't think y'all was gonna get that serious, man. I know something bad coming next. I'm like, hey, my man, you've been sitting here watching this for months. Get to it, bro. Get to it. He said, so yeah, man. So, you know, her and my brother, they like best friends and stuff, man. And, you know, he was like telling me a bunch of stuff that they was talking about, you know, and, you know, I ain't, you know, think you was gonna get that serious with her, man. So I ain't really, you know, think that it was like, you know, I ain't really think you needed to know nothing, you know, just BSing me. I'm like, hey, my man, get to what you need to tell me, bro. Right now, I'm already anxiety, heart beating fast. I'm about to faint. I'm just like, oh, tell me what's going on, man. So he said, yeah, man, so my brother was telling me, you know, they was having a conversation one time, and basically in that conversation, like, they was just talking about different, you know, like sexual experiences and stuff that they had, and like she had told him, like, you know, that, you know, one day she had like slept with 5 dudes in 4 days. Yeah, I heard it just like that. She slept with 5 dudes in 4 days. I'm like, heart on the ground. I'm like, oh, my heart hurting. Oh, I'm like, everything that played, like that went through my mind, it was everything like a movie. You know how like in the movie where they get to that part where it starts flashing back when you hit the end and you like, oh, this is the villain the whole time. And then they go back and they show you like all the little clues that led up to that moment, and you like, I knew it. And that's what hit me, man. So I'm outside like this. I'm looking at him like trying to be strong, like, oh, for real? But in the inside, I was like, I felt like that. My heart was on the ground beating. So I said, I snapped, man. But let me tell you something, man. I snapped. But stay tuned. I'm going to get to the rest of this.